Yeah, I gotta be honest, Big Tone. I had to fall back from your boy, man, the locker room, man.
Man, I went up tell you, I've been telling you, and you ain't want to listen. That
Nah,
boy
it's
is
not.
a
It's
that
not
boy
that I
is a
didn't.
true that boy is a
Yo,
two-way player, bro. He's the
a
only nigga.
two-way player.
He's a two-way player, bro. He's the only nigga to keep LeBron pissed no matter what he
Two-way
talk
player.
about.
Yo, Big Tone, the dude was talking. Like my thing is, anytime you beat him in a debate, he always got a condescending narrative,
Of course.
like, oh, you guys don't know basketball and all of this shit. So I'm like, all right, well, debate me then. He like, oh, nobody debates. We just fans. Our debates don't matter. And I'm like, so why the fuck you got a show called The Smoke Show? Like, it's just too much of moving the goalposts for me. And it's like, I just did basketball talk. I ain't talk about none of the extra corny shit he was doing, but
I
just
told you.
basketball talk. When it came down to basketball content, I was whooping his ass.
Do you think
And he got
about me?
disrespectful. He got disrespectful to somebody on my panel, so
Do
I
you
stopped fuck
think,
with
do
him.
you
You
think
know how I
about
know it was
me?
bad? He came all the way. He came
Do
to
you
my
think, do you
Facebook.
think
Like I
about
never
me?
seen nobody go from like
Do you
look
think, do
sorting
you think
somebody out
about
on
me?
Facebook from
Do you
YouTube.
think
Yeah,
about
Like,
me?
bruh,
yeah,
I
Do
went
you
to his
think, do
page.
you think
He
about
kept putting my
me?
picture.
Do
I
you
said, yo, you
think, do
keep
you
putting my
think
picture.
about me?
He like to make my soundbite part of his show. I never seen nothing like this where
I'm
somebody
a
that's a different
rolling
blogger on a different
stone.
stream takes your soundbite and DJs your shit. Like he's like a fucking DJ.
I'm too hot for you to own.
Please don't tell me that was you saying the 96 Sonics.
In a
This
whip
is what you
that's
got to
meant to
realize,
speed.
Judah. It's very easy to out-debate
If I
locker room.
hurt you, would you leave?
It's not very challenging whatsoever. The
I
fact that
learned
you
the
let
game
locker
from
room
some
outwit you
heavyweights.
and
LeBron
out-debate you,
fans.
it
Buses
says a
making
lot.
change from
We're not
another
talking
plate.
about a very high-level basketball mind, and you got outwitted by the locker room.
I'm a rolling stone.
I will tell you why the beef started with me and Reggie, right? Reggie fucked one of my niggas' bitches, right? The locker room went to fuck one of my niggas' bitches, right?
I'm
That's what he
sorry
fucking did.
in
He
advance
fucking
if I let
disrespected
you down.
Austin Reaves. Foul baiter.
I'm sorry in advance if I let you down.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are back, folks. We are back, man. I told you guys we would be back, folks. And we are back, folks. We are most definitely back, man. I definitely didn't lie to you guys, folks. We are back, man. And we got a lot to get into today. Pretty interesting. A pretty interesting thing happened today, folks. For years, right? People in the mainstream media, they have made millions of dollars, folks. Millions of dollars bashing black athletes. Okay. Now, one of those athletes, folks, that the mainstream media has garnered billions of dollars off of, folks, that would be LeBron James.
LeBron fans.
Right? LeBron James has given life and careers to so many of these nerds, folks. I mean, let's be honest. Where would Stephen A. Smith be if it weren't for LeBron James? Where would Skip Bayless be if it weren't for LeBron James, folks? Right? Now, obviously, there hasn't really been, any white guys, folks, that have, been the face of a big market team, right, in an extremely long time. Okay. We'd probably have to go back to maybe Larry Bird, folks, with the Boston Celtics 40 years ago, right? Maybe Larry Bird. Maybe he was the last guy, but obviously back then, folks, sports media wasn't really a thing, right? So for the last 20 or so years, folks, all we've seen really is people in the media bashing black players, right? They've rarely ever bashed white players with the same ferocity, folks. They just have never done it. Why? Well, let's be honest. I mean, there are typically not that many good white players to bash. And then the ones that are, they're not in big markets, right? You got the Joker in Denver. Nobody cares about the chicken nuggets, right? You got Puka, Dirk Nowitzki out in Dallas. Nobody cares about the Mavericks, folks. Let's keep it a buck. But now, thanks to Nico Harrison, ladies and gentlemen, Luka Doncic, folks, he's on the Los Angeles Lakers now. And it's time for Luka to be held to the same standard that all the other black players before him were held to. Anthony Davis was held to a standard. LeBron James was held to a standard. Kobe, Shaq, Kareem, Magic, so on and so forth, folks. They were all held to a standard. And that standard was championships. That was the standard every year. That's the standard. Championship or bust when you play for this organization. This is not the Charlotte Hornets, okay? The Charlotte Hornets, folks, they'll be happy just to make the playoffs. Seriously. They might throw a parade just because the team made the playoffs. No, this is not that. We don't hang division banners here in LA. All right? We don't. So if you come to this organization, the expectation is a championship. All right? And Luka Doncic, folks, to me, I don't understand why we're not talking about him as the guy under the most pressure this year to win a championship. Seriously. I mean, I'm listening to clips. You know, you got Chris Broussard and these dudes talking about, oh, Kevin Durant is under pressure. You know, they talking about Donovan Mitchell and all these other guys, right? I'm like, yo, what are we talking about here? It's clear who the most pressure is under. It's under Luka. It's on Luka Doncic this year. He's under the most pressure of anybody. But once again, because he's white, right? We want to sit up here and we want to pander. Oh, you know, he's hurt. Oh, he doesn't have enough help. Oh, but we got to build the team around him. Oh, but. There's always a but with this dude, man. I vividly remember last year, folks, Stephen A. Smith. Wasn't this the same Stephen A. Smith, folks, that got up on national TV and was attacking LeBron James' son? You were attacking Bronny. Remember that, folks? When he told LeBron to please stop this? They got more smoke for Bronny than they do for Luka. But folks, came across an audio bit from Stephen A. Smith, folks. And Stephen A. Smith, he's a little bit fed up, dude. He's a little bit fed up with, I guess, Luka Doncic and Austin Reaves not being available for this Lakers franchise, folks. And he's got some questions. Now remember, this is the same guy, folks, that told us after the last game that we saw Luka and Aston that we're not about to just gloss over that ass whooping.
That was an ass kicking last night. That was a romp. Now, you can sit up there. I mean, we're going to talk about Luka and all the stuff. What we not going to do is gloss over that ass whipping that the Oklahoma City Thunder, the reigning, defending NBA champions, placed on the Los Angeles Lakers. The Lakers were down at the half by 30, getting their asses whipped. I mean, it was a stomp, okay? And it was almost so that it's a good thing that Luka actually got hurt and had to get taken out in the third quarter, because when we saw him holding his hamstring in the first half, a lot of us were like, Wait a minute now. That wasn't happening when you were dropping 30 plus the last 12, 13, 15 games. But suddenly now you're damn hamstrings hurt. We were looking at it with a raised eyebrow. Because an ass kicking will do that to you. It will make you humble. It will make you run for cover. It will make you want to run to the locker room. It will make you pretend you got to use the bathroom. It will make you pretend that something might be a family emergency just to get away from those confines. That's the kind of ass whipping we saw last night.
Hail Mary, nigga, run quick, see.
LeBron fans.
Shout out to everybody that's tuning in, folks. We got to get into it tonight, man. Shout out to Miracle Yang, Joshua, even 100. What's going on, man? We got Roland, Charger City, Jazzy J, Bear Tricycle. What up? Tyler. This dude's name is Bear Tricycle. Okay, we got Rodney. What up, man? Dudiverse, I see you, man. Shout out to Pacey, Mr. Player May. What's going on, man? Shout out to Mike298. Who else we got in here, man? Yo, dude, why you keep spamming the chat, dude? Liquid Drano, what's going on, man? BS for you, FBA Quicksand, Steph Curry. Yeah, we're back, man. We are definitely back, folks. We got HUBK. You said Lakers going to sweep the Rockets? Okay. That's bold. Shout out to Armani. What's going on, man? Unforgiven Sounds. What's going on, man? Yeah, what's up with you dudes always spamming the chat, dude? Why, what are you doing, dude? All I'm going to do is just block you. You keep doing this shit? Jesus Christ, man. You trolls, man. Seriously. I think it's about that time, dude. Right? It's about that time for you to maybe go outside and touch some grass, dude. I mean, it's nighttime now. Nobody will see you when you go outside. Oh, look, you're back again? Now you're spamming Mario Knows Best. Nobody's subscribing to that bitch's channel, dude. Don't nobody give a fuck about Mario Knows Best, dude. Seriously. I went on her channel the other day. She's like at 500 subs. Her videos are getting like 40 views. No, dude, you can't come over here promoting Mario Knows Best, dude. Her sports media career is over. I already told her I got a job for her, but like I said, you know, you got to get on some Joy Taylor shit over here. You know what I mean? That's the only way I'm going to be able to pay you. You know, you got to get on some freak nasty Joy Taylor shit. You know? But yeah, like I said, I'll give her a job. I got a job for her. I can put her on salary. But like I said, you know, she got to come over here with, you know, skin tight dresses on. You know what I mean? Ass out, titties out. Yeah, man, I'm a freaky frog, folks.
You a freaky frog!
It's gonna get nasty over here.
I'm a rolling
I will tell
stone.
you why the beef started with me and Reggie, right? Reggie fucked one of my niggas' bitches, right? The locker room went to fuck one of my niggas'
too hot
bitches,
for
right?
you to own.
That's why he fucking disrespected the bitch.
Yeah, it's gonna get nasty between shows, folks. Seriously. We're gonna be doing shows, and then it's gonna be a fucking porn set.
I'm a rolling stone.
Real talk. We're gonna do the show. We're gonna do the daytime show, right? We're gonna cut that, and then it's gonna be a fucking porno going on after that show, and then we'll be back to do the evening show. Yeah, it's gonna get real nasty, dude. She don't want to work over here.
You a freaky frog!
Y'all thought Joy Taylor was getting nasty. Okay. Okay. Yeah. They took it easy on Joy Taylor. Yeah. But like I said, folks, y'all got me all off track, man. Okay, you're back again. All right, dude. I mean, you can listen, I've got no problems with you, dude. You know what I mean? Because I have subscribers only mode on. So all you're doing when you come is you just keep subscribing, and then I just keep blocking you. So how many channels do you got? I mean, this is like your third or fourth time, dude. We're 15 minutes into the show. Keep it coming, dude. Keep it coming. I love it, man. I love it. Shout out to you. Keep spamming. We're going to keep blocking. We're gonna have us a good old party tonight, dude. Yeah. Nah, if you thought this was gonna agitate me, dude, I love it. Keep it going, man. Keep it going. Let's set a record tonight, dude. Let's set a record. Let's set a record on how many of your accounts can get blocked in one night, in one show. Go ahead. Let's set a record. This nigga come over here spamming Mario Knows Best. Okay. No, dude. No free promo over here, dude. You gotta pay for promo. Sorry. Now, let's get into this topic, folks. Let's get into this topic, right? So obviously, you know, you have Luka and Aston, right? They're faking an injury, the both of them. More so Aston than Luka, right? Now, Aston is doing what we like to call, folks, paycheck protection, okay? Are you guys familiar with the term paycheck protection? Are you guys familiar with that? Yeah, that's what's going on here, folks. Austin Reaves, yeah. Oh, that's what this is. Oh, it makes sense now, chat. You guys remember the PPP loan? Oh, okay, now it makes sense, chat. Now it's all starting to make sense what Austin's doing. Okay, so Austin wants a PPP loan. Okay, I get it now. Now it's making sense. So Austin wants a PPP loan. He wants to be a part of the Paycheck Protection Program. That's what's going on with Aston. Now it's making sense, folks. Austin wants his PPP loan. That's all this is with Aston. All this fake ass injury is all a part of the Paycheck Protection Program. That's all this is about, folks. Austin wants his PPP loan. He wants his PPP loan. Wow. Yeah, the Paycheck Protection Program was established by the CARES Act and administered by the SBA to help small businesses maintain payroll and cover overhead during the pandemic. So this is what Austin wants to be a part of at this point, the Paycheck Protection Program. We know he's sitting out because once Luka went out, I told you guys what he was going to do. He didn't want any of that first option smoke. He didn't want the spotlight to be on him. But he wants a max contract. So make it make sense, you know? He doesn't want first option smoke, but he wants a max contract. No, two things. Those two things are not, no. Those two things, they go together. If you want max money, then you need to be able to step up in the event that the best player goes down. He wants no parts of it. So to me, he's disqualified himself from max contract talks. He's disqualified himself by faking this injury. Max contract is over. I don't care what Jovan Booty and them, you know, the mayonnaise media. It don't matter what they say. You want to know why it don't matter what they say? Because they won't be the ones cutting the check. See, Jovan Booty and Trevor Lane and all y'all can sit up here and throw these numbers around, but at the end of the day, you're not going to be the one to offer him the check. Y'all ain't got the money. It's Mark Walter it's going to be his money. And at the end of the day, I just saw a quote yesterday. They said Giannis hasn't even been offered an extension from the Bucks. Giannis is like, yo, listen, there's no extension on the table for me to even sign. And I think a lot of you fanboys, you guys don't understand this. See, it's easy to talk about how much money Austin deserves and what he should get, and he should get 30 and 35 million. That's easy to say when you're not the one having to pay him. So yeah, it's easy for Jovan Booty. Oh, I think his floor is 35 million. Well, of course you do. Of course you think his floor is 35 million. The 35 million ain't coming out your broke ass pocket. You ain't got 35 million to offer him a year. So what are we even talking about? Chat, I thought about this yesterday. I said, I don't want to hear anything else about Austin Reaves' contract and speculation about it or anything until there's an offer on the table. Straight up. Jovan Booty, Jason Tempf, Trevor Lane, cut it out, dude. Enough with the speculation. Let's not talk about no contract until there's one that's been put on the table for him to sign. Until there's a contract offer on the table, everything y'all saying is malarkey. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. There ain't no contract on the table for him. You think Mark Walter and the new ownership group, you thinking they're going to sign up? You think they're going to sign up to pay a dude who can't even go for the postseason? You said Utah will sign him. No, they won't. We can bet on that. I can bet you Danny Ainge ain't that stupid. I can guarantee you. How much you want to bet? I guarantee you Utah's not signing Austin. They got way too much talent to sign Austin Reaves. They got way too much talent. They're not signing Austin Reaves. That's not happening. There's nowhere for him to even play. If he goes to Utah right now, he wouldn't even be a starter. Who is he starting over? He's not starting over Keontae George. Who is he starting over? And then they might get a top pick in the draft this year. Let's say they get AJ DeBonza or Darren Peterson. They've already got their backcourt covered. They're not signing Austin. So like I said, folks, Austin is a part of the Paycheck Protection Program right now. He's trying to secure his PPP loan. That's why he faked an injury, because, ladies and gentlemen, he doesn't want first option smoke. Because if he was out there, he would have been gotten exposed even more, and that would have hurt his value even more. See, his value was basically dried up. Austin had the most value at the beginning of the season when LeBron was out. That's when Austin's value was the highest. And then as the season went on, folks, his value just kind of dried up and dried up and dried up. To the point where before the All-Star break, he faked an injury just to, not get traded. That's all that injury was in the month of January for Austin. That was a paycheck protection injury. That's what that was. That was a PPP injury. Oh, this is good, folks. This is good, folks. Shout out to CPA Joe with the $2 super chat.
Austin Reaves. Foul baiter.
Folks, CPA Joe says a white ass week. Laughing my ass off. Folks, all that fake ass injury from Austin back in January, all that was about, folks, that was a paycheck protection program injury. That was a PPP injury. He faked an injury in January so that way the Lakers wouldn't trade him. Why do you think they signed Luke Kennard? Why do you think they traded for Luke Kennard? Chat, let me ask you guys a question. Because, Trevor Lane and these dudes, they love to discuss Austin's value, right? Let me ask you guys a simple question before we get to this audio by Stephen A. Let me ask you guys a simple question. Where were the offers for Austin Reaves at the All-Star break? Where were the offers, folks? Let me say that again. Where were the offers for Austin Reaves at the trade deadline? Where were the offers? Let these dudes tell it. Oh, we've gotten over 20 offers for Reaves. Okay, well, where are they? We'd love to review the offers. Where are they? What team was it? Who offered him who offered to trade for him? Oh, but Desmond, you got that cornball Nick Wright, Naked Mole Wright. That's what I call him. He looks like a fucking rat. Yeah, Naked Mole Wright. With his rat mouth and rat face. Naked Mole Wright. That's his name. Naked Mole Wright. Naked Mole Wright is up on TV. Oh, well, the Grizzlies got 4 first-round picks for Desmond Bane. Okay. Yeah. That's how much the Magic wanted him. They were willing to give up 4 first-round picks. If Desmond Bane is worth that, how much is Austin Reaves worth? He's worth what somebody's willing to pay. And I don't see no offer. What did Utah, Jovan Booty? Remember Jovan Booty when you said you wouldn't trade Jaren Jackson Jr. for Austin Reaves? Remember that, Jovan Booty? What did Utah chat get for Jaren Jackson Jr.? I mean, what did the Grizzlies get? Didn't they get some first round picks for Jaren Jackson Jr.? So once again, where are these offers at? I didn't hear of one offer come in for Austin Reaves. I didn't hear of one offer, but let them tell it it's 20. Teams are lining up, chomping at the bit to get Austin Reaves. Well, where are the offers? There were none, folks. So now he fakes an injury, right? He can't finish the season. And guess what? He more than likely won't be available for the playoffs. So let me ask you guys a question. If they didn't offer you nothing for Austin Reaves at the trade deadline, what they gonna offer you in the summer? What they gonna offer you? And then you got Trevor Lane and these dudes. Oh, well, we just have to sign and trade him then because we can't lose him for nothing. Dude, sign and trade? What trade are you referring to? What team? What team is lining up to trade for him? See, what they want to do is they want to like create value for him. No, the market dictates Austin Reaves' value. The market dictates his value, not the fanboys. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good right there.
I'm a rolling stone.
Austin Reaves. Foul baiter.
Let me say that again, folks. The market, Trevor Lane, Jason Tempf, Jovan Booty, Naked Mole Right, Colin Clown Nerd, right? The market dictates a player's value, not fanboys. So y'all can sit up here and y'all can try to act like he's got value. He don't have no value until a team presents an offer for his ass. And we have heard of no offers for Austin Reaves. Please, I dare anybody to tell me a team that put up an offer for Austin Reaves. Tell me the team and then tell me the offer. I need a date. So listen, I know we got some Aston fans in here. Here's what I want y'all to do. Go on Google, go on ChatGPT. Find this information for me. But here's what I need. I need a date. I need the team who's making the offer. And I need to know what are they offering. We need specifics. And it needs to be backed by a reputable a reporter or, website. I'm talking ESPN, CBS Sports, Fox Sports. It needs to be a legitimate company that is reporting on this. So go ahead, please take your time. Tell me who's offering Austin. Tell me who's made an offer for Austin Reaves. I will sit right here and wait for you. I'm going to be live for the next hour and a half. So you got plenty of time. Go ask Jovan Booty. He the one that lied and said there's been 20 offers. And meanwhile, I scour the internet every day. And I've never seen a team make an offer for Austin. I haven't seen that. Remember 3 years ago when he was a restricted free agent? And all the reports were saying, oh, the Spurs are going to sign him. The Spurs want him. And then he became a restricted free agent, which means any team can sign you to an offer sheet, and the Lakers have the ability to match it. And we waited, and then we waited some more. And then we waited again for the third time, and nobody offered him a deal. Only the Lakers did. The Lakers bid it against themselves for the services of Austin Reaves. But meanwhile, you go to the Mayonnaise Media page, you go to their channel, And they're going to sit up here and lie to you guys and tell you that the whole league wants him. Bitch, where? Seriously. Where? Where are these teams? What I mean, are we talking chat? Maybe Jovan Booty meant there were 20 G League teams. Maybe that's why we never heard of no story about it. Oh, okay, maybe that's what it was. Maybe let me give Jovan the benefit of the doubt. Maybe he was referring to 20 G League teams.
I'm a rolling stone.
Austin Reaves.
I'm too hot for you to own. In a whip that's meant to speed. If I hurt you, would you leave?
Okay, now it's starting to make a little bit sense. Cause the whole time I'm thinking, I'm like, he's talking about 20 NBA teams? No, I've never seen one team, let alone 5, 10, 15, 20 teams. Okay, now it's making sense. Okay, so maybe he was talking about the G League. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. Okay, sure. Yeah, maybe the Santa Cruz Warriors.
I'm a rolling stone.
Okay, yeah, that's probably okay. Now that makes sense. It was probably the Santa Cruz Warriors. They probably made an offer for Austin. Okay, my bad, chat. My bad. Cause I was wondering this whole time. I'm like, what are these niggas talking about? 20 offers. We ain't seen one offer, and they talking about 20 offers. Now it makes sense. Okay, maybe they were talking about the G League, chat. Maybe, yeah, okay, that's probably what it was. It was 20 G League teams. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. Okay, I got it now, chat. Now let's get into this clip from Stephen A. Smith, folks. This was actually hilarious. Shout out to Anthony for the $5 super chat. Appreciate you, man.
I'm a rolling stone.
LeBron fans.
He said Lakers front office will be competing with themselves when negotiating with Reaves this offseason. Exactly. Shout out to Jay for joining the channel. Appreciate you, man. Folks, let's get into this clip, this bit from Stephen A. Now, once again, he doesn't have the same energy. He said 20 G's per contract. Folks, Stephen A. Smith, my only issue with him is that, matter of fact, I'm gonna just play the clip first. Here we go.
And let me tell you something people should be embarrassed about. I'm sick and tired of watching this man at age 41 now, in his 23rd year in the season. How the hell he healthy and Luka Doncic and A.R. Reaves and Austin Reaves ain't healthy? I mean, when does the shame kick in? And I'm just using them as an example to all these NBA players out here. If the man is known as spending $1.5 million on his body to keep healthy, right? Why the hell ain't you doing it? You making enough money if you're the average NBA player. League average salary is over $10 million a year. Quite a few of y'all are getting paid $40, $50 million a year. How come you can't take care of your body the way LeBron James takes care of his body? I mean, damn. Where's your pride? Where's your dignity? I'm just wondering about that. That's how I feel about it. I'm just saying. Doesn't anybody find that a tad bit odd that we sit here today and the Lakers got 2 injured stars on their team and neither of them are LeBron James? Luka's in his 20s. If I remember correctly, so is Austin Reaves. LeBron is 41. They injured, he healthy. How? I just don't get it.
I'm a rolling stone.
LeBron fans.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, you know, I do applaud the take. I do applaud the take, right? But I have a couple of complaints still with this take from Stephen A. Smith, right? My first complaint, folks, would be, and matter of fact, I'll play it again. I'm gonna play it again real quick. Give me 1 second, chat. I'll play this again. 1 second.
And let me tell you something people should be embarrassed about. I'm sick and tired of watching this man at age 41 now, in his 23rd year in the season. How the hell he healthy and Luka Doncic and A.R. Reaves and Austin Reaves ain't healthy? I mean, when does the shame kick in? And I'm just using them as an example to all these NBA players out here. If the man is known as spending $1.5 million on his body to keep healthy, right? Why the hell ain't you doing it? You making enough money if you're the average NBA player.
Okay, let me stop right here real quick, chat. I have a few issues, even though I do applaud him for finally speaking up and speaking out about Luka Doncic and Austin Reaves. This might be the first time we've heard any sort of criticism from Stephen A. Smith about those two. This might be the first time. Unfortunately, chat, he didn't keep this energy on the main show, which is First Take. He didn't have this take on First Take. He made sure to do this on his smaller show, on his smaller platform. And that's my issue with it. Because like I said, while I do agree with his take, my issue is why don't you go at Austin Reaves and Luka in particular with the same level of aggression that you go at LeBron James and Bronny? You did a whole bit on Bronny last year. You know, did some whole dramatic monologue about Bronny. LeBron James, please stop this. You know what these numbers mean. Remember that, chat? He went on some whole soliloquy last year about Bronny, who's getting 10 minutes at most. Anytime he touches the floor, he's not even going to get anything more than 10 to 15 minutes on the floor. And you had more smoke for him. You had more smoke for LeBron. You went on a whole media tour criticizing LeBron because he checked you at the Lakers game and all of this. And he's not GOAT status to me. And Michael Jordan is always going to be my GOAT and blah, blah, blah. So you have all this energy for LeBron and for Kwame Brown and for Bronny James. You always have this energy. You're yelling. Notice how he's very, very docile, chat, as he's talking about Luka. Why isn't he screaming at the top of his lungs talking about Luka? Why isn't he screaming at the top of his lungs talking about Austin Reaves? He do that with black players. He do that with black folk. But when it's Austin Reaves and Luka, he's talking very calm, and I am sick and tired of LeBron James being the only one that's healthy. Oh, so you're now forced to give credit to LeBron James. That's what's sick and tiring about this, right? Because you're used to throwing shade and hating, and now he's the only one still playing. He's the only one still available. So now you have to give credit to LeBron. Is that what you're sick and tired about, Mr. Stephen A. Smith? I think that's what you're tired about. I think you're tired of having to give LeBron credit for the way he's been performing this season. Like I said, man, these dudes are, chat, it's very obvious to see these dudes are bought and paid for. I told you guys, man, this dude sold his ass a long time ago. He did. He sold his ass to a white man a long time ago, folks. My only issue is you seem to have a lot more energy for black people than you do for whites and the Mexicans and the Asians. And then you like to sit up here and pretend how pro-black you are. Like, I'm not buying it. You can say whatever you want to say. I'm watching your actions. I'm watching what you say. I'm paying attention to your energy. And all of that shows me, Chad, he's not really riding with us like he claims. He's not really riding with us like he claims, folks. We've been calling out these frauds for over a year now. Luka been calling him out over a year straight. Reaves been calling his ass out for 3 years straight. Y'all got more energy for Anthony Davis than y'all do for Luka and Austin Reaves. Y'all talk about how AD can't stay healthy, but now when Luka and Reaves is not healthy, y'all quiet? But what happened? The same excuse you guys used to justify the trade is the same excuse, or is the same reason why Luka and Reaves are not healthy. They're just as injury prone as Anthony Davis. You people, like I said, you people are just pathetic to me. You trade Anthony Davis because he's not hurt, but then the guy you trade him for is always hurt. Then when it's time to keep the same energy, wasn't it Charles Barkley? If you guys haven't noticed, Charles Barkley do the same thing, folks. Charles Barkley, these guys do the same thing. They got more smoke for AD, calling him street clothes and all this, and he never plays. Kawhi, the same thing. They got more energy for the blacks, but when it happens to the whites, they not saying nothing. They don't keep the same energy. Folks, it's very obvious to me, to get to that next level of sports media, shit is just like the rap business, folks. To get to that next level, to get to mainstream status, folks, it's very obvious you got to sell your ass, dude. You have to sell your ass to somebody. It might be a Jewish man. I don't know. You guys heard what Terry Crews said, right? Terry Crews. You guys know Terry Crews, right? Big black dude. The actor. Yeah, Terry Crews said he was at a party and some old white man just came up to him and grabbed his nuts in front of his wife. Just grabbed his cock. And he didn't do nothing. He just stood there and let an old white man snatch his butt. Let that would have been a black man, though. Let that would have been a black man that did that to Terry Crews. He probably wouldn't have made it up out of that party alive. But the white man, yeah. Yeah, I grabbed your cock and balls. What you gonna do, buddy? What's it to you? As far as I'm concerned, those are my cock and balls. Yeah. And he just stood there in shock. He didn't know what to do. He's like, wait, what just happened? You know what happened, nigga. You just got violated. You just got your masculinity snatched right in front of you and your wife. That's what happened. He trying to play stupid. Oh, what was that? What are you doing, man? What do you mean, what is he doing? He grabbed your cock. What are you talking about? What is he doing? He's clearly horny. What do you mean? He wants to fuck. That's his way of letting you know he wants to fuck. What are you talking about? What are you doing? You know what he's doing. You're grown. You're not a little kid. You know what's going on here, dude. You knew what it was when you stepped into this party. Now you playing stupid. Now you telling the story like you a victim. You ain't no fucking victim, clown. You knew what it was when you signed these contracts, dude. You knew what it was. You know what Hollywood's about, man. You knew what you signed up for, dude. Oh, you thought they were just going to put you in all these movies and all these commercials because you were a nice guy, right? Yeah, we're just going to make this random black guy. We're just going to make him rich just because he's a good person. Come on, dude. You guys know how these things work, folks. If you want something, you got to give up something. Right? If you want something, you got to give up something. What are you guys willing to give up for these contracts? Folks, you guys laughed at Joy Taylor. You know, it was all fun and games when you guys found out Joy Taylor was selling her cheeks to Fox Sports. You guys don't think Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp and all these other dudes are doing the exact same thing? You think it's only the women that are giving up their cheeks? Folks, you guys can't be this dumb. Yeah, Uncle Shay Shay. Yeah, what grown man that calls himself Shay Shay? More like Uncle Gay Gay. Come on, folks. We got it. I mean, listen. I mean, do you guys want to have an honest conversation or what, man? These dudes, like I said, in the media, I mean, come on, man. What did they say Stephen A. Smith signed for? $25 million a year? All he has to do is wake up and flap his dick suckers about LeBron every day? That's his job? That's an easy job to make all that money. That ain't worth $25 million to not do nothing. You're not even doing anything. They don't even pay doctors or teachers or that much money. You're not even doing shit. You're not performing on nobody's body. You're not a dentist. You're not a doctor. You're not saving people out of burning buildings. You're up on TV every morning flapping your dick sucker about LeBron. For $25 million? You don't think he had to give something up, folks? Come on, man. What, you guys think I'm stupid? $25 million to wake up every morning at 9 a.m. and flap your dick sucker about LeBron. That seems like a hell of a deal to me. Anybody could do that, folks. Seriously. Anybody could do that. This is insane, man. Like I said, folks, it's clear to me, right? These are the people they put in front of us, folks. They put these people in front of us for a reason. These people are put in front of us for a reason. Stephen A., I don't trust him. Even on days like today, folks, where he has a take that I actually do agree with, I still don't trust him. He's still not to be trusted. Even though I agree largely with his take on Luka and Reaves and LeBron today. I still don't trust his ass. I can't trust a man that sold his ass. I just can't. Even if he has a take that I might agree with, I still can't fuck with you. It just is what it is, folks. Shout out to CPA Joe with the $5 super chat.
I'm a rolling stone.
LeBron fans.
He says, laughing my ass off, I'm trying to do tax returns over here dying. Official CPA of the locker room. LeBron fans.
LeBron fans.
Yeah, if you guys need your taxes, folks, done, hit up CPA Joe, man. Now, CPA Joe, am I going to get a cut of, any referrals that might go your way? Am I going to get a cut, folks? For your free promo? Well, it is. You do have 2 days left, folks. Hit up CPA Joe if you need your taxes done, man. Incredible. Shout out to Terrence Hill TV, man, with the $5 super chat.
I'm a rolling stone.
He says, remember Jerry Jones talking to Jamie Foxx? He knew the size of his players Johnson. Yeah. Yeah, and he felt no shame about it either, you know. Yeah, he wants to know everything about you. But the most important thing he wants to know is how big is your cock? Yeah, hand size and foot speed and all that, those are important, but the most important metric to Jerry Jones, folks, is your cock size.
I'm a rolling stone.
Oh my God. Folks, the most important metric to Jerry Jones is your cock size. That's diabolical, man. That's diabolical. So like I said, folks, you know, even when Stephen A. Smith has a good take, I still don't trust him, man. I still don't trust him. He's just not to be trusted.
League average salary is over $10 million a year. Quite a few of y'all are getting paid 40, 50 million a year. How come you can't take care of your body the way LeBron James takes care of his body?
You freaking frog.
Where's your pride? Where's your dignity? I'm just wondering about that. That's how I feel about it. I'm just saying. Doesn't anybody find that a tad bit odd that we sit here today and the Lakers got 2 injured stars on their team and neither of them are LeBron James? Luka's in his 20s. If I remember correctly, so is Austin Reaves. LeBron is 41. They injured, he healthy. How? I just don't get it.
LeBron fans.
Got me on a late night mission, pulling up.
We got Jesus with the $5 super chat. Appreciate you, man. You said, Reg, laughing my ass off. I have connections with the media in LA. I'm gonna get Con C a job selling cheeks to pay that.
Before I get to the basketball game, because I hate that I got to keep doing this. For all you goofy ass niggas in the chat, right? Some of you niggas is weird. Y'all be name calling me, right? Just keep that same energy if you ever see me. That's all I'm gonna say. Because some of y'all gonna slap the fuck out of you. That's word to my mother.
Oh my God. This nigga said he's gonna get Don C a job selling cheeks to pay. That nigga said hashtag Jesus Niles. Oh, that was funny. That shit caught me off guard. That nigga said he got connections. That's some funny shit, man. That nigga said he got connections in LA. He's gonna get Don C a job selling cheeks to pay the bet. That's funny, man. Oh, that's funny. Folks, back to the show, man. Back to the show. You niggas are fucking... Oh, you niggas are wild in this chat, dude. You niggas are wild, man. Back to the show, man. I'm trying to be professional. We can't even be professional, man. You niggas are trolls, dog. You niggas are trolls, man. All right, chat. Back to the show. Like I said, chat. This situation here, man. It's ridiculous. So, like I said, you know, I guess shout out to Stephen A for, you know, his take today, but you know, like I said, I need you to have that same energy, dude. You're not loud enough for me. You know, you need to be screaming this to the, you know, at the top of your lungs, dude. Seriously. I want you to scream this kind of stuff. You're saying this. I'm going to play it again, matter of fact. I'm going to play it one last time, chat. And I want you to, like I said, just pay attention to the energy, man. He has typically he has higher energy when it comes to black people than when he does to the whites. Just listen to this.
And let me tell you something people should be embarrassed about. I'm sick and tired of watching this man at age 41 now, in his 23rd year in the season. How the hell he healthy and Luka Doncic and AR Reaves and Austin Reaves ain't healthy? I mean, when does the shame kick in? And I'm just using them as an example to all these NBA players out here. If the man is known as spending $1.5 million on his body to keep healthy, right? Why the hell ain't you doing it? You making enough money if you're the average NBA player. League average salary is over $10 million a year. Quite a few of y'all are getting paid $40, $50 million a year. How come you can't take care of your body the way LeBron James takes care of his body? I mean, damn. Where's your pride? Where's your dignity? I'm just wondering about that. That's how I feel about it. I'm just saying. Doesn't anybody find that a tad bit odd that we sit here today and the Lakers got 2 injured stars on their team and neither of them are LeBron James? Luka's in his 20s. If I remember correctly, so is Austin Reaves. LeBron is 41. They injured, he healthy. How? I just don't get it.
Okay, shout out to Just Mick. He says Stephen A. Smith seems to be implying Bron is on PEDs. Don't trust him. I don't know if I could say that. Just Mick, because early in the clip, he was saying how, you know, these guys, I mean, they should be spending more on their bodies, you know, like LeBron does. It seemed like to me in that particular clip, he was giving credit to LeBron for being available, taking it seriously. And like I said, I agree with the sentiment. I just wish that he kept the same energy that he keeps with the blacks with the whites. You know, I mean, this was the same dude, you know, up on TV calling out Kwame Brown and how garbage he was. You know, it's like, do you keep the same energy with white players, with Asian players, with Mexican players, or, you know, do they only allow you to do this with black players? That's what that would be my question to him. You know, like I said, y'all trash Nico when he traded the dude, but now y'all sitting here talking about Luka not being healthy. Like, make it make sense, you know? This is what Nico told you, and y'all made this man to be a villain. Because he's like, yo, the dude can't stay healthy. You know, his style of play is hurting our team. You know, like, he gave a laundry list of reasons of why he traded Luka, and everybody acted like he was wrong. And here we are a year later, and Luka's hurt again. You know, I mean, when are y'all gonna, like I said, it seems like it's only with black people they have this type of energy with, man. Y'all owe Nico Harrison an apology. I've been saying this. Nico was right this entire time. I never bought into the narrative that Nico Harrison was an idiot for trading Luka. I never bought into that. The only way, in my opinion, Nico would look bad is if Luka were to win a championship. That's the only way. If Luka comes over here and we win a championship with him, okay, then I could say maybe he shouldn't have traded him. But if Luka comes over here and year after year he's getting clapped up, he's always hurt, nothing's going right, how can you sit up here and blame him? And look, it's going to be another year. Luka ain't going to win no ring. So I'm with Nico. And like I said, Stephen A. and everybody else, they owe him an apology. 444. You heard the clip from Stephen A., right?
Yes, I did.
Your thoughts?
I mean, I'm with you on it. I agree with him, but he needs to scream that to the top of his lungs like he normally does. He's not screaming enough. He's very docile and talking calm and stuff. Nah, he needs to get the point across. Sounds quite pleasant trying to out Luka and Reaves. You know, he needs to be disturbed. So he doesn't sound disturbed enough. He sounds almost like, hey guy, come on, man. You know, come on. How are you? You're 20, man. You're not supposed to be hurt.
Right.
You know, come on. Like, that's what it sounds like to me.
And like I said, 444, why didn't he say this on the big show? You know, you said it on your little podcast show. What about the big show? What about First Take? You know?
Because, you know, he's not allowed to do that. You know, it's all tied in. And that's how you know that.
It's a part of the contract?
It's part of the contract, man. Absolutely. That's why it's kind of dumb, because the simple fact that he can go on a small show and say it just kind of makes it super evident, you know? Because that would have been a great topic to talk about on the big show. I mean, they would have been sinking their teeth all into that, you know, but they're not going to do that, you know?
Yeah, we got GD. Shout out to GD with the $5 super chat. Appreciate you, man.
I'm a Rolling Stone.
LeBron fans.
He said, I'm confused by the so-called experts. They know Luka and Reaves' playing style don't work in the playoffs. Both have been highly unsuccessful. Exactly. That's why I don't get the whole narrative that, oh, without Luka and Reaves, the Lakers don't stand a chance. I don't get that. That doesn't make sense to me. You know, because the last time we saw them play, they got blown out by 43 by OKC. So it's just like, I don't get the whole notion that we don't stand a chance. You know, like I said, to me, 444, and this is actually an interesting topic too, right? You know, it's very funny to me, 444, the way basketball is even discussed these days, right? So, for example, you know, you tune in to First Take today. I saw a little clip earlier. We played it on the show we did earlier. Stephen A. Smith is like, yeah, the Lakers have no chance. You know, they have no shot. I'm expecting Houston to beat them in 5 games and blah, blah, blah. It's just like, well, that's a one-sided, you know, conversation then, basically. You know, because if you're telling me that, you know, the Lakers have no shot, then you're completely disregarding all of Houston's flaws, you know? And there's a laundry list of flaws that the Rockets have. Are the Lakers a flawed team? Sure. But so is Houston. So don't sit up on TV and tell me that the Lakers don't have a shot because of X, Y, and Z, but then when it comes to the Rockets, you're not going to, you know, keep the same energy with them and tell us their flaws as well. You know, it seems like a one-sided argument. It's like, okay, yeah, does Reaves and Luka being out, does that hurt our offense a little bit? I guess, maybe a little bit, but I mean, I've been watching the last few games, 444. I haven't really been seeing us have a problem scoring the ball, you know? So I just think it's just a narrative, I guess, that people want to run with, you know what I mean? And the one thing that I will say, the one thing, real quick, 444, before you go, the one thing that I will say too is that, yes, the offense might not be as prolific, but I know the defense has definitely improved. What do you think about that?
Yeah, like, and that's the thing. Even the narrative about offense, right? I mean, it's like very simple. It's like people fall in love, which is very weird to me. I mean, people fall in love with high usage shot jacking, and I'm like, that's not really offense. I mean, the style of play trying to outscore teams. We saw that with D'Antoni. I mean, that was his strategy, right? Did it work? The answer is no. I mean, so this whole high scoring strategy, I think it's very flawed. Especially when it's by one person. Like that's not gonna work. So we have offense. We can score. And that's what we've proven so far. Now, of course, we need to see it, in the playoffs. But looking at the data that we've seen so far, we have the ability to score. And when scoring is shared amongst your players, that is a more efficient way to score because you're going to be preserving the energy and wear and tear that these players are going to go through. Putting all of that on one particular player or two players sometimes can be a bit much. I understand at moments you need to elevate. That's fine. I look at those type of plays as isolated moments in the game. But overall, no. Having a balanced scoring is just better. So they have to find some way to keep Luka relevant and to keep Reaves relevant. And that's why they only can talk about scoring. There's nothing else they can talk about if you really think about it. There's nothing else. The whole ball handling thing with Reaves, that got thrown out the window since Luke Kennard been doing it now. Like, you don't even hear them talking about, the ball, the responsibility of handling the ball. Nah, that's kind of done now. that got destroyed quickly. I mean, literally quickly. That's not a talking point no more.
Right.
Now it's really scoring. Oh, well, we're missing Reaves scoring, and as if we're not watching the game. So they really are trying to convince us that the team that we're looking at now doesn't have the ability. You know why? Because they're not highlighting. That's the problem I have. When Rui has a great game, where are the reports on that? Where are the talks about that? It's just biased. Why is he not in the media by saying, well, since Reaves is out, Rui has stepped up. Aiden has stepped up. This is a reality.
But that's what I'm saying.
By
4 not to cut you
ahead.
off, but that's what I'm saying. It's almost like they're not even talking about the game. It's just like it's like you say, they wake up, they get CC'd what the narrative is, and then that's it. It's like we're not even talking basketball anymore. We're not, like you say, why aren't we talking about Rui? Why aren't we talking about what did Rui have the other night, last game? 20 something, 28? What do you have?
Yeah. I mean, you told me Dalton Connect, like they're not talking about the reality, and that's honestly it's shit, man. I can't stand it. Because it's like, come on, guys.
Rui had 22 4-for-4.
Come on. Like, come on, guys. Like, why aren't you talking about that? But if it was Reaves, they'd be talking about it.
He'd be the best third option if it was Reaves, though.
Exactly. And that's why they're doing it, because they know Luka and Reaves are only relevant from a high usage, inefficient way. That's it. That's why they talk about the points. They never talk about efficiency. If it was LeBron, they would go through LeBron with a fine-tooth comb. Well, yeah, LeBron is scoring 45 points, but he is not efficient at all. I mean, look, he's such and such and such. I mean, no, but Luka, you don't really get to hear that in the media. All you hear is, well, he's a scoring title. He's the leading scorer. Well, what is he giving up? I don't care about what you're scoring if you're giving up equal amount on the opposite end. Like, why isn't that important? I mean, doesn't it have to be a smart offense? I mean, if you're scoring these points, but you're giving up the same amount of points, if not more, then what difference does it make that you're scoring these points? And that's the problem. They're dumbing down the audience because their talking points, they're not educated talking points. There's no logic behind it. And so the audience, these fans, continue to get dumber and dumber and dumber. I'm telling you, man. That's just it.
Yeah, like I said, to me, I just feel like, yeah, the conversations that are being had, it's not really rooted in basketball. It seems like it's just a narrative, and then that's what it's gonna be, and that's what we get paid to push, so that's what it is. But yeah, I mean, other guys
they're all a
yeah.
part of the PPP, brother.
Yeah,
they're all a part of it.
Yeah. Yeah, we got Jesus. Okay, I guess he hung up. But yeah, like I said, 444. Looking at the box score from yesterday, well balanced attack from pretty much everybody, and yeah, you tune in today, and then it's just like, oh, Lakers have no chance. It's just like, come on, man. And like I said, Houston. Okay, if you want to make the argument, Houston, they're at, I guess, better strength than us. That'd be one thing, but to just sit up here and say the Lakers don't have any shot and we just beat them twice, 2 weeks ago, however long ago that was, 2 times in a row. I think there's a very good game plan that the Lakers can construct to put themselves in a position without Luka. And like I said, yes, is the offense going to take a hit? Okay, sure, maybe a little bit, right? Maybe we don't score 120 or 130. But like I said, depending on what lineups JJ Redick runs, I think the defense has looked exponentially better without Luka Doncic and Austin Reaves, and that isn't getting highlighted enough as it pertains to the Lakers.
Correct. I agree. 1,000%.
All right, Jesus, what do you got, dude?
How's it going, Reg?
What's going on, man?
Hey, I got a prediction for you, brother. So I'm going to call this for you right now in the locker room. Better pay attention to this. I got this plan down. I got a feeling if the Lakers win Saturday, which I think they will win, I think Luka and Reaves will not show up. Now, hear me out. If the Lakers, and believe me, I'm cheering for the Lakers and LeBron. Now, hear me out. If Houston comes out balling and they clap the Lakers on Saturday, Reg, just hear me out, brother. Luka and Reaves are not going to show up. As a matter of fact, if the Lakers lose the first series, they're not going to show up. And hear me out. They're going to tell the media the whole time afterwards, well, you see, they needed us. And the mayonnaise media will go off and say, you see, LeBron couldn't do it. We needed Luka Dookie. We needed Austin Reaves. So what I'm telling you, Reg, and my prediction is very simple. If the Lakers win Saturday, Luka's coming back because he wants to win. But if the Lakers lose Saturday, brother, you're not going to see Luka again. And unfortunately, they're going to pin it all on who? On King James. Do you agree, Reg?
I think 444. I think there is some truth to it.
But Jesus, by the way, Jesus.
Yeah, Jesus. I think there is some truth to it because because like we saw, right, with the Player of the Week award. It's like if LeBron is winning and succeeding with this second unit essentially without Luka and Reaves, I do think that makes Luka and Reaves look bad.
Yep.
I do. But so wait, so say it again, Jesus. You're saying that if we lose on Saturday, we're not going to see Reaves and Luka?
Here it is again. Here's a little rundown for you. If the Lakers win Saturday and they win big, you're going to see the mayonnaise media saying, breaking news, Luka back game 2, right? Now, Opposite. Here's the opposite. If the Houston Rockets come out balling and they smash the Lakers and they beat them bad enough to the point where what's the point? Then guess what? I'm guaranteeing right here in the locker room, you're not going to see Reaves or Luka for the rest of the series. And then they'll be telling the media and their spokesman, you see, y'all needed us. You needed the white boys, not King James. And guess what? And they're going to blame who? LeBron fans. That's the whole plan, brother. That's the whole
LeBron
game.
fans.
Now,
Four four
again, if the
four.
Lakers.
444.
Yes.
444.
Yes, I'm here.
You heard him say they're gonna tell their spokesman.
Yeah. Yeah. He's correct.
They have designated people they're gonna run they use to run their story.
Absolutely, 1000%.
But
because
see,
YouTube is just as powerful as mainstream media, so it's like it has become like it's integrating. So they understand.
No.
I agree with what he's saying though.
We got Dutterverse in the chat. He says he's not capping. No, I agree with you because I think okay, let's just roll with your theory, right? If the Lakers get obliterated on Saturday and you're Reaves, they already said Reaves gonna miss the whole first round. Or they said Reaves ain't gonna be back till like May the 1st, that first week of May. But yeah, if you're Luka at that point, it's like, do you want to come back just to get? Because that's what I've been saying. Like you're doing all this just to come back and lose. You know what I mean? So it's like, would he even want to come back if we get obliterated? But I could see a scenario in which if we win, then I could see him saying, okay, let me come back and try and be a part of it. You know what I mean? So I agree with you, Jesus.
Hey, one last thing, Reg, before I leave, Reg, this is very important. Hey, Don C, give me a call when you get a chance, brother. So, I was on Time Magazine, Reg. So, I'll tell you what, Don C, I'm going to hook you up, brother. Give me a call, and I got some agents here in Los Angeles. I'm going to put you, bro, on LA. I'm going to put you on Time Magazine. Hey, bro, sell them cheeks. Word to your mother and pay up that bet to Reg, bro. Hit me up. Hit me up for free and sell those cheeks. Jesus, UCSB out.
All right, Jesus. This dude, man. Okay.
Hey, have you heard from
your phone just went in and out. 444. What'd you say?
Oh, I said, have you heard from Don C at all?
No, I haven't heard from Don C at all.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
I haven't heard a peep from Don C. It's been quiet, so I don't know what's going on with him. But we should know if this, appeal is going to get approved by the NBA for Luka to qualify. So, we just got to wait at least maybe like another 48 hours. It shouldn't take too long for them to approve it. So, we just got to wait and see. Yeah. We got Top Fly High, though. Top Fly High, what's going on, man?
Oh yeah, you have me on mute. I don't look up on disconnecting. Oh nah, I was just calling in, Reg, man. I was listening to you and Triple Full, man. The craziest thing is that when remember how they give everybody those playoff killers. They should talk about Rondo, and he's in playoff mode. You haven't heard not one player talk about LeBron being in playoff mode because it's his time to shine now. This is what he's been bojangling during the season just to get to this point. And I think the last time we spoke, and we were talking about the game that they lost, one of the games that they lost, and I was saying that how, they was just trying to just fill things out. But you saw that next game with Kennard when he came back, he was a little more comfortable, and they're gonna continue to get comfortable as long as Luka and Austin Reeves. The thing is that I don't understand why they keep saying. I can understand them saying Luka, because he led the league in scoring, but why they think we need Austin Reeves out? And it's just crazy because Luke Kennard can do exactly what Austin Reeves probably does better. if you ask me, because he's a more consistent shooter. I just don't, like I said, I don't get it. I just kind of feel out, But when you look at Houston, and the thing that nobody's talking about, I think I heard Kevin Garnett say that about they need a point guard. But I've been stressing that they don't have nobody that can actually run see, they need somebody to set Kevin Durant up. They don't need the ball in Kevin Durant's hands. And if the Lakers can just force Kevin Durant to run the offense, Houston gonna be short. But what you see with the Lakers and the way that they are running around, they're active. You know what I mean? It's not a stationary offense, and the defense is just, they're playing defense for a change because you got some pieces out there. I'm still not sold on Jake LaRavia, but at the same time, I do like his energy because he brings energy out there, and his hands are moving and his feet are moving, and he's just not a stationary player like Austin Reeves and Luca. So I can tolerate him out there, but at the same time, I just don't know what they see in that Houston mob. And when you got LeBron out there, doing this because this is time now to shine. And I mean, this is it's put up a shut up. But to listen to that stupid ass Stephen A. just talk, he just running a script. And you just look at it this way. Remember last year how everybody was talking about how the Lakers were going to destroy Minnesota, and then you come there and the Lakers get clapped like they did. So they don't know what they're talking. They just talking. But you just watch. As long as as long as JJ Redick is not careless with the lineups and putting people in and snatching them out, and he allows the players to get in and get a rhythm. I think we got a good chance of beating Houston. But the thing is that we got to get those two games at home. We not if it goes 7 games, Houston gonna beat us. The Lakers got to beat them within five. They got to win those 2 games at home, win one of those games in Houston, and then they got to enter either that fifth or sixth game. But if it go to 7, I believe Houston gonna probably come out victorious. But I'm putting my money on the Lakers though. What you think about that?
I agree.
Yeah, like I said, to me, I don't know. I guess now, it just kind of depends on, because like I said, I think if Luka comes back, I think he's gonna do more damage than he is good. Like I was kind of looking forward to us playing this series without him, at least for maybe the first 4 or 5 games at the least. But it's looking like, I mean, people on Twitter are speculating he might be back for game 2. So I don't know, man.
No, but I'm like you though, Reg. I'm like you though, Reg. That that's a grade 2 hamstring. I just can't see him coming back. Um, in the way that the Lakers are playing defense now, I just can't see him coming back and disrupting things. The thing is that the most important the 2 pieces that we definitely need, because I ain't even thinking about Austin and I'm not even thinking about them clowns. I'm thinking about the 2 most important pieces is going to be Jackson Hayes and Marcus Smart. If those 2 pieces are healthy, man, for the whole Houston series, we have a chance. We'll have a chance of advancing because see now we at least we'll have Marcus Smart out there if LeBron needs see it. That was my only thing about when LeBron sits down. That it's just like where's the scoring gonna come from? But at least if you got Marcus Smart and Vando out there while LeBron is sitting down, even if we're not scoring, at least we'll be able to play some defense with Marcus Smart, Jackson Hayes, and Vando. But JJ Redick, he has to play Vando. He got to play. If he doesn't play Vando in this series, it's going to come back to bite us. But he's going to have to. Vando is going to have to be a part of the rotation. I feel real good about the Lakers' chances because Marcus Smart is back. Because at least we got another veteran out there. I feel real good about him. Because at first, like I was looking at, what's the boy, Kennard. He's not a true point guard. That's what I was trying to explain to Kwame about that. About just somebody changing their position and the different things that they do. You're asking him to go from a two guard to a a point guard. So the position it matters. But now with Marcus Smart out there, you know what I'm saying, he can handle LeBron. You get Kennard out there now, he might be able to knock down some threes. And shit, y'all, they can keep on saying, like I say, I told you a long time ago about Bronny. They can keep on sleeping on that boy. But that boy getting comfortable. He's shooting that pill like he know what he doing. And that's the whole thing that you want. I mean, I even saw what's the other white boy that we had swept under the rug? Um, Connect, Dalton Connect. He came in and that ball was flowing. So, like I say, see, it's the difference between having Reeves shooting 15 times and Luka shooting 30 times. That's 45 shots between two people. So anybody that knows basketball knows that the ball just needs to move. And then when you trying to win a championship, it doesn't matter who scored. Maybe if Luka comes back, he'll decide now that he has that scoring title. It's just like now that he's back, if he's back, maybe he could just watch and just come out there and just play. But he can't be taking those 25 shots. Not the way. I mean, then you look at efficiency is everything, man. When you're trying to win a championship. And a lot of times people just don't understand that about that efficiency thing because it's just like every possession counts in the playoffs. You can't be bojangling. Turnovers matter. You got to cut down on your turnovers. You know what I mean? And you got to take every possession like it's the last possession of the game. Well, that's just me, man. That's just how I play when I play, man.
Yeah, give me 1 second. Top Fly High. Shout out to Samoda Dragon with the $5 super chat. Appreciate you, man.
Mama, Rolling Stone.
LeBron fans.
You said, Reg, we absolutely love your show. Keep your foot on their necks. The only honest sports journalists on the internet. Get them likes up. Much respect, Reg. Shout out to Samoda Dragon. Appreciate you, man. But yeah, I mean, like I said, the report Top Fly High from Mark Stein. They said Luka is scheduled to rejoin the team in LA on Friday ahead of the Lakers' first round series against Houston. So to me, like I said, I was looking forward to watching us play without him, looking forward to seeing how the defense would look, seeing what JJ Redick was going to do. You know what I mean? Because I think,
right.
The pressure's on him a little bit too. Because, last year, like I said, he went out sad with some of his rotations and some of the stuff he did. So I was interested to see what he was going to do. But I don't know, man. They saying he's going to rejoin the team and he's going to be there for game one. I don't know. He probably won't play, but
right.
Yeah. We got Dudaverse. What do you got, dude? Or Dutta? What's going on?
What up, to everybody on the panel? I'm gonna just keep it short. Honestly, with everything that's been happening within the past year and a half to 2 years within the Faker organization, I could see like this is like a karmic cycle, especially for like Rob Pelinka with the things that he's been doing with like the slander of LeBron and Bronny James, trying to push Austin Reaves to be this all-star, this number 1 or 2 option, and then trading AD in the middle of his sleep and Luka's sleep, trading AD to Dallas and bringing Luka Doncic and trying to sell this image and this propaganda to real Laker fans and LeBron fans like this is like gold.
LeBron
This is real purple and
fans.
gold. And like I said, I believe this is like a karmic cycle because look at us now. You see LeBron, he's getting ready to go back into playoff mode like he was on his own teams before he got to LA. We don't have Luka and Reaves out there foul baiting, getting in the way, because that's all they do. Honestly, they just get in the way. They don't
Good point.
they don't space the floor. They don't cut to the basket. They stand at the perimeter and wait for the ball like they're LeBron. And even LeBron doesn't even do that. They asked LeBron to be the third option. He fed into that role. He became the third option. 1 and 2 went down. Now he's number one. This is a karmic cycle for the Lakers. And then Dalton Connect last night, or not last night, the last game. He came in 17 off the bench quick. And Dalton, he been doing that. He did that like a year or two ago before they tried to trade him. Then they put him on the end of the bench. They sent him down to the G League. He wouldn't get no minutes. They pushing Austin. They go get Luka. Now we don't have Austin and Luka, like I said. This is a karmic cycle for not only the Lakers organization, but Rob Pelinka. That's all I got on it.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. You know, yeah, I agree with you. I'm just
I
glad, you know, I just want, yeah. Go ahead for triple four.
well, no, I'm just saying I agree as well. Um, you're correct with they actually get in the way. That's one of the things that I don't even think is talked about in the mainstream media. I mean, they don't do anything without the ball. I mean, which affects the game. I mean, they don't. They and you almost forget it. You almost kind of become content with it. It's like almost thinking that that's just how it's supposed to be, and it's not. And then when you see other teams slashing to the basket, cutting and all that stuff, you're like, oh wait, whoa, okay. We can do that. You know, we've seen more slashing and cutting since they've been out of the lineup. It's,
Right.
it's just crazy. It's night and day. I mean, like I was saying, like look at Rui's midi shot, man. I mean, he's legitimately like doing it
But
actively. He's
444, we've
pursuing it.
seen Rui. We've seen, not to cut you off, we've seen Rui in the playoffs prior years to this do that same thing. His game actually elevates in the playoffs. He might not take the most shots, but it's about his efficiency. Rui has been doing that, but they bench him.
Right. Yeah, hey, 444, I heard you on another channel when you was trying to tell, well, you know how the Lakers, they were finding the hot hand, and somebody on that panel was like, you know, oh, they never gonna be it. But that's what you do in the playoffs. You just never know. I mean, just think that, what was my man name? Lonnie Walker, when he came in, you know, out of nowhere. And he won a playoff game. So you just never know where the hot hand is going to be. And I've, you know, all my years of watching basketball, when you find a hot hand, it could be anyone on the team. It doesn't have to, you know, of course LeBron gonna do his thing, and of course the superstars gonna get there, but they need another pickup. But if you just concentrating on Austin Reeves to just be that that third scorer on the team every night, and you stick with him every night, even on the nights when he's not feeling, and you don't, as a coach, you don't try no one else. You see it sometimes. You know, okay, Austin, you're not feeling tonight. Let me try Dalton just to see, or let me try Kennard just to see, or let me try Rui, or just someone else where you can at least just say if Luca was there. Luca gave us 25, LeBron gave us 18 to 20, and then you find another hot hand on the team. But if you just banking on Austin Reeves, it's just like, it just makes me sick to my stomach every time someone says that about the Lakers are missing their two best players. And here you got LeBron out here damn near averaging the triple double, but you still want to run it with that narrative that Austin Reeves is one of the three best players on the team, when you clearly can see that DeAndre Ayton can knock down that jumper from the elbow consistently, or Rui can knock down that 3-point shot at a very high rate. Now you got Luke Kennard, but you still want to push this shit about Austin Reeves. It's like, Negro, please. You know, it's just like they just don't get it, man. And I just be just shaking my head. But the first thing people want to do, my man in the barber shop the other day, he always, now what he does, he tap his wrist like talking about skin color. When I'm just talking about basketball, this don't got nothing to do about being white or black. I want my best players on the floor. And I'm not saying that Austin can't get hot, but if he's not hot, you need to sit his ass down, his non-defensive playing ass down, and put somebody else. I would rather have if you're gonna just give me a player. If I had to pick a player off the Lakers squad, well, I'm gonna say, hey, tonight you can just run around. You ain't got to worry about scoring. I'm gonna put Vando out there because it's just like they be saying that bullshit about oh he's just running around. He's not doing anything, But yeah, but how many nights have we watched Austin Reeves do that? How many nights have we watched Jake LaRavia do that? But then as soon as you talk about Vando, it's like it's, it doesn't make sense to me. And I know you can agree with that because how many nights have you said that, Reg, about Jake or either about Aston just running around?
My bad. What would you say, Sci-Fi High?
Yeah, no, I said, how many nights have you actually said that about Vandal, about Austin Reeves or either Jake LaRavia just running around and they don't have no points?
Yeah. Yeah,
But
they
then
do
you
it
want to
too.
talk,
Yeah.
but at least
Jake
at
LaRavia,
least
they
you
do it
know
too.
when. But at least you know if you got Vandal out there, at least he's gonna play some defense. But like I say, I'm putting my money on LBJ to lead these troops, man. I know he can't do it the way that he used to, but shit, I don't know, man. He's still moving. He's still moving like a freight train out there.
I think the probably one of the biggest things is gonna be JJ's rotations. Cause like I said,
Right.
we got to game 4 last year. He wasn't playing nobody. He just played the starting unit for the second half, the whole second half of the last game. So it's like, to me, that's the biggest thing. Cause we could say all this, but if JJ come out there and he's not willing to adjust, I think that's got to be his biggest thing that he's got to change going into the playoffs this year. Dude, you have to make adjustments, bro. You can't just go with your guys. Like if Vando is needed, put him out there. If Jake LaRavia needs to sit down, sit him down. You know what I mean? Like you can't just play your favorites, all playoff series, and then when it doesn't work, you just don't want to adjust. That's not gonna work. We got Mike 298 though. He came through with the $5 super chat. Appreciate you, man.
I'm a Rolling Stone.
LeBron fans.
You said shooting efficiency and the lost possessions from all of Luka and AR's shot chucking put us behind each possession count, especially in the playoffs. Exactly. And these are the things that they're not going to talk about on First Take. They're not talking about this type of stuff. You know what I mean? That's a very good point, man. And we even saw it the last time we saw Austin Reeves in the OKC game. You're throwing lobs out of bounds, like 3-4 turnovers within the first few minutes of the game. That's the game. If you remember that second time we played OKC, they didn't really start to pull away till maybe like the end of the second quarter, going into the second half. But and that was without LeBron. Right. LeBron didn't even play that game, but it was still kind of like a battle the first half of that game until OKC eventually pulled away. But yeah, I mean, who's to say if Austin Reeves don't turn the ball over, 4 or 5 times? Luka, I think he had 6 turnovers in that OKC game. Yeah, who's to say that game isn't closer and we have a chance to win? These dudes be costing us more than people want to admit.
Right, and then you're not getting a stop.
Exactly.
That's true. It just makes me sick that people still talking about LeBron. They just bring up LeBron name. Like, I mean, it's like, why y'all talking about it? You supposedly have 2 young studs that y'all keep talking about that if we didn't have, now that we don't have them, you talking about LeBron. Man, LeBron 41 years old, man. The Laker fans are just not thankful enough for me of just having that talent. I just wish that he was somewhere on another team with 2 real stars just to see what the outcome would be. Somewhere where he would be appreciated. Because here with the Lakers, man, they don't appreciate LeBron. They should be happy that he's upholding this fort for these 2 clowns that y'all, did the vote, because it's just crazy. You know what I was watching, Reg, and I don't know whether you really watched that clip when Austin gets hurt and how when he gets the ball, he kind of stretches and he grabs his back. But as he's taking that ball down, he looks Luka off. Luka runs to one side. He goes down, and right before he throws that lob to, well, I don't know who the hell he was throwing it to, but he threw it in the neighborhood of Aiden. But as he turns around, LeBron is standing like right on that shoulder with his hands like he make the gesture like, why didn't you pass? He's like, what the hell you doing? But I'm just saying that to say that it's just amazing to me that, what's the clip with my man? They should be embarrassed. When he said Laker
They
fans
should
should
be
be embarrassed.
embarrassed.
Right, right. Because it's like they have Austin Reeves looking off LeBron and Luka, and they satisfied with that. The basketball has just changed, man. It's just changed from the days, the good old days. And like I was telling, who was that I was talking to? That Kwame one time was saying, it was just like, no, that was Don C. I was asking like, well, what was the stars that you watched, coming up, to go from what we watching now, Luka and Austin Reeves on the Lakers when they even had Kobe, Shaq, Magic, go down the line, Nick Van Exel, hard playing players. And this is what y'all settle with as fans for years. This shit is just crazy. But like I say, to say all that, I'd hope neither one of them come back. I hope Luca come back, and that's all he does is just come back and not play. I would rather see the Lakers lose what we have than to have those two clowns out there. And that's just me. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I
I'm
agree
with
with
you,
you,
man.
Top. I'm with you, Top.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't do it, man.
Listen, fellas, that's really all I got though on this one, man. So, yeah, good show, good call, fellas. Y'all got any final thoughts?
Now go Lakers, man. I talk to you.
Go Lakers.
Hey,
Go Lakers. See you
hey,
on the
hey,
next one.
hey, triple four, man. Hey, triple four, man. Let me say this though, man. You be getting under people's skin, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, keep on preaching like you preach, my brother. Because like I say, you know what you're talking about. And like I say, I don't know the gentleman name that you was talking to on that other thing, but like I say, he don't understand it. He's lost faith in. He claims to be a LeBron James fan, but for some reason, he still don't value. I guess because LeBron's not playing above the rim or whatever. But LeBron James' IQ and him being able to play that point guard position, he could play for another 2 or 3 years. I'm not gonna give him to 45, but clearly we can see that he's getting ready. He's getting ready to go. He's getting ready to put it into another level, man. And like I say, KD better watch out. But y'all have a good
Correct.
evening, man. Yeah, Reg, I love the show, man. I always got your back, man. Free Don C so he can pay Reggie his money. That's what I say. And I'll
All
talk to y'all
right,
later.
man.
All right, bye
All
bye.
right, Top. All right,
Out.
Reg. I'm out, man.
All right, fellas, y'all have a good night. Appreciate y'all, man.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the panel. Good show, ladies and gentlemen. I am going to catch you guys on the next one. Shout out to Mike298 for the super chat. Shout out to Samoda Dragon. Appreciate you. GD as well. Just Mick. Jesus, not Jose. Shout out to Terrence Hill TV. CPA Joe. Appreciate you, man. Shout out to Anthony as well, man. Shout out to Anthony as well. Good show, folks. Good conversation tonight, man. Yeah, man. I'm gonna catch you guys on the next one. I definitely will catch you guys on the next one, folks. You guys have a good night. And yeah, man. That's really it, folks. That's all I got, man. Take care, folks. Shout out to Brody, man. All right, folks, I'm out. Peace.
Are you a Luka fanboy?
I'm a crash out man, and I'm about to crash out with your permission. May I crash out?
Go ahead, man.
You just kept needling, guys. You just kept needling and pushing and pushing and pushing. You didn't want AR. You didn't want D-Flow. Look at what happened. You put Rob in a corner, and he started fighting back. He started crashing out, and look where we're at now. Tomfoolery everywhere. Look to your left. Look to your right. Look at Luka. You caused them to crash out. Reggie, you're pushing everyone to the edge, man.